After nearly 50 years of committing a heinous crime, a monster by the name of David Zantra has finally been brought to justice.
An 83-year-old Marietta man is in custody, accused of kidnapping and killing an 8-year-old girl who was on her way to Bible camp decades ago. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Christine Spiro. Authorities in Philadelphia say David Zandra is accused of killing the girl in 1975. Police say Zandra was working as a pastor when he saw 8-year-old Gretchen Harrington walking to his Bible camp and offered her a ride.
Now, according to investigators, he drove the child to a wooded area where he told her to disrobe and punched her in the head when she refused. Her body was found 2 months later at Ridley Creek State Park. Nearly 5 decades later, police say an interview with a former friend of Zanstra's daughter revealed new leads that connected him to the murder.
David Vanstra is, ladies and gentlemen, a monster. He is every parent's worst nightmare. This is a man who is a remorseless child predator who acted as if he was a friend, a neighbor, and a man of God. And he killed this poor little girl.
David Zandstra is now facing a number of charges as a result,
including first-degree, second- and third-degree murder, criminal homicide, and kidnapping of a minor. He is currently in the Cobb County Jail.
A witness came out earlier this year and explained what happened to her when she was at Zanstra's house because she was best friends with his daughter, and she said this. In January of this year, investigators said they interviewed a source who was best friends with Zanstra's daughter and who would often sleep over at the family's home. She told investigators that during a sleepover when she was 10, she woke up to Zanstra groping her groin area. The source says she told Zanstra's daughter, who replied that her father sometimes did that. This man is the very definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. He is supposed to be a man of God, or at least he portrayed himself as that. But instead of protecting the flock, he betrayed them, harming one of his own. He threw a summer camp and tricked a little girl to get in his car, and then he murdered her. This man also seems like he did this to his own daughter by the sound of that statement. He normalized it in her life like it's not such a big deal. Parents, you should always remember that you can't trust everyone out there, even if they seem like the greatest of people. You have to protect your children. And I feel bad for his own daughter who had to grow up with this monster because he probably did this to her over and over again. And we know for a fact that more than likely, because monsters like these people, they have a long, lengthy history of doing stuff like this. And I hope that during his time while he's incarcerated, because I know they said they're going to check his DNA just to match up certain cases in Pennsylvania, I hope they find out and close every case that they had open. I want this man to serve a long sentence because he was able to live a good life after he murdered a little girl. There's nothing more than I can say, but I feel sorry for this family, but I'm glad that they found some closure. And this is actually a good job by the police officers involved in this case. People like this really make it difficult just to want to live a normal, wholesome life and not have to bombard your children with the realities of today's society. But this is just a fact of life, and this is why you should teach your children not about sex at such a young age, but at least tell them that certain areas on your body nobody's supposed to touch. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this entire situation? I'm glad the police were able to do their job, and I hate the fact that this actually is happening in today's world. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up, do your own research, don't take my word for gold. Do the YouTube and Rumble thing, subscribe to the Royal Family Studios page on YouTube and Rumble. Also, if you have the time, go check out my book on Amazon, The Diary of Marvin DeWayne. Comment, like this video if you do, share it with your friends. Y'all protect these children out here because there are predators out here behind every corner. Peace.